We're here today because we believe that America's destiny is to dominate every industry and be the first in every technology. And that includes being the world's #1 superpower in artificial intelligence. And we are way ahead of China, I have to say.
You identified that there was a couple of threats to our country. One was Iran having a nuclear weapon. The other was losing the AI arms race to China. You took care of one of those a few weeks ago. You're helping to take care of the other one here.
Is he though? Is he? Because Trump, once again, has decided to do a complete 180 on a previous policy, this time with regard to chip company Nvidia's ability to do business with China. Now, despite lots of tough talk about beating China in the artificial intelligence war, it took just one meeting with Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang to essentially reverse course and allow the $4 trillion company to sell their H2O chips to China. Amazing. I wonder what they were talking about during that one meeting. Now, first of all, what exactly is the H2O chip? What is this all about? Well, the H2O graphics processing unit, or GPU, is an advanced AI chip, the type of device used to build and update a range of AI systems. The H2O chip was developed to specifically comply with US restrictions for exports of AI chips to China. Nvidia's most advanced chips, which carry more computing power, are off limits to the Chinese market. Now, in April, the Trump administration announced that it would even restrict the sale of Nvidia's H2O chips to China, citing national security concerns. I mean, it is amazing, right? You hear about how China is such an adversary. We're so afraid of China beating us when it comes to these technological advances. And at the time, Nvidia said that these tighter export controls would cost the company an extra $5.5 billion. And the CEO, Huang, and other technology leaders have been lobbying Trump to reverse the restrictions since. Now, recently, Huang met with Trump and made the case that Nvidia should be allowed to continue doing business with China, quote, so American companies can dominate AI instead of Chinese companies, such as Huawei, according to the Associated Press. I really fail to understand how selling this technology to China means that we're going to dominate China in the technology, especially when the other narrative that we hear about China quite often is how they steal our IP, how they're really hurting American businesses through that theft of intellectual property. Now, his lobbying has definitely paid off, because after their meeting, that's when Trump did his 180. Huang says that Trump assured him that Nvidia would be allowed to sell their chips to China as soon as licenses are granted by the Commerce Department. And the news came during Huang's visit to Beijing, during which he told reporters, quote, I'm very happy. I'm sure you are. And then immediately following that announcement, shares in Nvidia rose more than 4%. Which we should all expect, because obviously allowing Nvidia to sell these chips to China means that they can increase their profits. Now, all sorts of people are defending Trump in making this decision, notably individuals who stand to benefit from the ability to sell AI technology to or chips to China. One of them, of course, being David Sachs, again, who stands to benefit from this new development. And unsurprisingly, you also have Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent defending the change in policy, saying that Trump's decision to lift restrictions on Nvidia was linked to the rare earths deal made with China. So let's just take a quick look at that video, and then I'll go to you, Cenk.
This is the same chip, though, that the Trump administration blocked with export controls in April. So why the change in policy now?
Anne-Marie, you might say that that was a negotiating chip that we used in Geneva and in London.
So this was part of the trade talks when it comes to Washington and Beijing?
Yes.
Was it a quid pro quo then? As you said, it wasn't, but was it potentially to make sure that you can get the licenses when it comes to rare earths?
Yeah, I think it was all part of a mosaic. They had things we wanted, we had things they wanted, and we're in a very good place.
I mean, you can just answer simply. It's corruption. Okay, it's corruption. So you can't on one hand talk about the threat that China poses to the United States, and then at the same time do business with them and pass along and sell all sorts of technology to them. So what do you think, Cenk? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, so if they did not fearmonger about China and they didn't tell us how they were such a big threat, et cetera, and they just made a simple deal, they say, okay, we'll give you these AI chips, you give us the rare earth minerals, let's say, okay, ho-hum. But when you tell us China's a big threat, we can't give them sensitive technology, oh my God, oh wait. And then you think it's just about the deal? No, Nvidia is now one of the most, financially lucrative companies in the world, one of the wealthiest companies in the world, one of the most powerful companies in the world. You think that they had no effect on this? No, corporations have massive effect on any trade deal that we do. And then finally, you're telling me that TikTok is such a big danger from China. Oh my God, what if they get our videos, or they find out about your TikTok account? Meanwhile, we're sending them the most sophisticated AI chips there are, because people are making a lot of money that are connected to the Trump administration. Nothing but hypocrisy.
Yep.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.